Esther Diana, KTN, Nairobi.
The 2026-2027 budget is the largest budget estimated at 4.84 trillion Kenya shillings. The budget has largely been touted as a 2027 general election budget seen to largely play into the political matrix of campaigns. The government is pushing initiatives that directly impact grassroots administrators who play a key role of mobilization in the election process. As Daniel Kariuki now reports, the budget set to commence on 1st of next month will largely play into the funding of key sectors involved that will anchor next year's general election.
The 2026-27 budget is perhaps the most critical budget in the ruling Kenya Kwanza administration first term in office. It is a budget that could largely inform the fate of the administration heading into next year's polls. At a time, President William Ruto has been under scrutiny from the opposition of allegations of using State House to play partisan politics. The regime has allocated State House 13.6 billion shillings, 5 billion more than what was approved in the last budget. This coming at a time President William Ruto has intensified engagements at State House, even holding a delegates meetings of his UDA party. The National Treasury in the budget has also approved 8.8 billion shillings for the office of the President and 3.5 billion shillings for the office of the Deputy President. In the executive office of the President, the government is pushing initiatives that directly impact grassroots administrators who play a key role of mobilization in the election process. On top of remunerating chiefs and assistant chiefs, the current budget has moved to enhance administrative capacity of grassroots leaders, with village managers or village elders expected to start earning a stipend.
These reforms represent significant modernization of our public management architecture. They are already delivering measurable savings.
Treasury and Economy Planning Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi proposed a 3.9 billion shillings budgetary allocation for this purpose in the 2026-27 budget, acknowledging their vital role.
Because Treasury could not have done the other maths, Your Excellency, we will report on the ACCs and DCCs kwenda juu.
The National Youth Service, one of the key institutions that the government largely depend on, was allocated 12.5 billion shillings in the 2026-27. Youths that have become a thorn in the flesh in the Kenya Kwanza regime have also emerged as the key beneficiaries in the budget, as Mbadi allocated over 20 billion shillings. This funding is primarily designated to support youth employment, skills development, and national service recruitment.
These priority pillars are deliberately structured to reinforce one another, ensuring that progress in one area catalyzes gains across the broader economy.
IEBC, the electoral body at the center of next year's polls, has been allocated 41.3 billion shillings, down from the 74.8 billion shillings that the Commission had requested to fund the electoral process. For a budget that is set to play a key role in the upcoming polls, the ruling regime is expected to flex financial muscle through the cooperation deal with ODM under the broad-based government framework. The budget has allocated 2.4 billion shillings to political parties, whose bigger share is expected to go to President Ruto's UDA party and ODM. Daniel Kariuki, KTN.
Opposition leaders have begun a 3-day tour of Western Kenya with renewed attacks on President